All right, you know what time it is, baby. Today's show is sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook. We're talking about the top-rated sportsbooking app in all of North America. Safe, secure, and my favorite, reliable. And we know NFL season is back in full effect, and we all are enjoying the emotional roller coasters, right? The highs and the lows. But that's what we like about it. Because, you know, when we get a chance to actually add some more incentives to our emotions with these games, it just spices it up that much more. And how do you do that? Same game parlays. Of course, you got those options. Of course, you could pick, you know, prop bets and everything else included. It's a plethora of options for you to indulge in. But you know me, man, if I'm going to talk to you about it, I'm coming correct. Promo code is Moats. When you make your first bet, $5, you will receive $200 in bonus bets instantly. It's a beautiful concept, all right? But at the same time, I understand you get lost in the sauce. For some people, you might even develop a gambling problem. Well, if you live in New York, you see the digits that you could text. But for everybody else, the digits to dial are 1-800-GAMBLER. Here we go. But let's tap in. I think
We're here. Let me fix my screen. My big old forehead is like, bam, right in the center of the screen.
Look, you know, it's a lot of PhD in this, a lot of knowledge in this, so it's all good. All right, we ain't tripping at all. We are not tripping. But
my big old forehead. How are you?
I was about to say, long time no see.
It's been long time no see. It's been so long.
I was thinking about you earlier, and I was like, you know, I ain't talking to TaNeisha. You know, I got to talk to TaNeisha. I was like, we got this game coming up, man, and you know, I haven't talked to TaNeisha about the game just yet, man. Even I just talked to you last night. We talked about we ain't go 2 hours, but it was about close 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? We had a good convo last night.
We did.
And now here we are.
I need to say something. I will drink grapefruit juice any day of the week, twice on Sunday. That is my pick.
Grapefruit? What?
I love grapefruit juice. And if I can get it freshly squeezed, I will drink it. So just throw that out there.
Wow. I am shocked. Grapefruit.
That's so I like. So
the funny thing, right? Of all the juices, grapefruit, I think because I had it before my taste buds were ready for it, I'm like anti-grapefruit. I'm like, oh, grapefruit. I'm good. I'll drink the water. Let me get the water instead, man. Oh wow, that is dope.
I love it, and it's especially good like outside of the United States of America. Just FYI, because everybody uses it as a mixer for like other drinks.
Did y'all just hear the flex? It was real casual. What she said outside of the United States. She said, yo, she don't take local trips, is what she tried to explain to you guys. When she takes her vacations, she needs a passport, is what it sounds like. All right, I'm just letting y'all guys know this, just in case y'all ain't know. That was like it was a subtle, I got passport type vibes. I take international vacations flex. Just in case y'all ain't catch that.
I barely go outside. Like
I caught that.
The she was like, version of me barely goes outside.
I was like, oh, international outside the stuff. I was like, hold on. I'm not PhD smart, but I know how to put things together. I was like, hold on now. Is that this?
I love it. Yeah. What did you do there? I had the grapefruit juice. You have to try it. So good. I just wanted to call that out because I know that y'all were talking about that earlier.
Yes. Shout out.
And hello, chat. I see everyone saying hi, PhD. Hey, Dr. T. Hello to every single one of you.
Look. Matter of fact, because they excited. We're gonna make sure we highlight you. The Brobarian showing you love. X Concept showing you love. Okay, the PhD. You see that? This is how y'all supposed to show her. You know what I'm saying? That she's appreciated, that she's welcome, that she's wanted over here. All right. PA, even the homie James Skicker, the doctor. He said, Dr. TaNeisha, not to get doctors in the house, man. Like I said,
that's your fault. This is all your fault. That was look. I was supposed to just like sneak in, talk about the Steelers, sneak out. Like stay, you know, what did that person say? Not be talked off the ledge, keep the intensity. Like
don't let me influence you.
Yeah, don't let you influence me. Don't let you change my intensity. So like trying to do? It's just like do my part. You know what I'm saying? So.
No, absolutely. Well, hey, we here. I'm riding with you. We ready to roll.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you're here. It's victory formation time. All right. And since I know, like I said, when you up here, it's big business. I put on my work clothes today. Okay. I said I'm gonna keep
logo?
on. I got you see. I'm ready. All right. Let's go.
That's so funny. I love it. I love it.
So let's get into it. Obviously, we have the Patriots coming to town. Or actually, us going up there, but either way, you know how it's going to be.
Yeah.
So, in terms of Patriots, where do you want to start with? You want to start with some of the things you like about them, or some of the things you don't like about them? I like when you choose. You know that.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, Mike George. Let's go with things that are concerning me. Okay. And then we'll end on the upswing. We'll end on the however, but okay. All right. One thing that's concerning me, the caller actually kind of said it on the tail end, is their special teams. So one of the things I've noticed in just watching them, because we all know by now, I watched them both times that they've played this year. Okay, I'm doing my research. Okay,
listen. That's why we do what we do. You feel me? We don't just talk to anybody. We talking here because I know what you do. I know what you is. Come on.
Yeah. So the special teams. I'm punt return, kickoff return. Like they're aggressive. They are playing to get yards. I think it's an important piece of what they're trying to do. And Hendrickson's back there sometimes. Sometimes they have another guy. I can't think of his name, but it's just something that I noticed because when I watch Pittsburgh, I get concerned about our coverage. Yeah. And so it's kind of the flip. And our punter is like, I sometimes feels like he's kind of out kicking the coverage a little bit. And that makes me a little nervous. So that's the first thing I noticed with them is like, they are very aggressive with special teams.
That.
So
I love that. So since you brought up the special teams first, and this is perfect. I feel like sometimes you're like in my like pre-show meeting because I'm over here like, yo, how did you not want to talk special teams? How did you like the fact that you brought it up? I'm like, yo, this is perfect. Let's go. So 1,000%, man, I'm with you all the way there because yes, you can see where identity-wise, Mike Vrabel, very similar to Coach Tomlin in terms of what he wants to do. Physical, run the ball, minimize turnovers, win the special teams element, right? It's the non-sexy version of today's NFL. Right. But when you look at how productive they were, they had a kickoff return for a touchdown, right? Antonio Gibson, RB3. I know running backs aren't supposed to run kickoffs back, especially if they don't run 4-2 or 4-3. I get it. But he actually ran a touchdown back just last week. And we know Travion Henderson, the rookie from Ohio State, who we also said doesn't have a lot of experience running back kicks. He also ran one back in the preseason because that's the mindset. So when you say they're aggressive with it, for sure. Every time they get one, they're trying to take it to the house and they want to make you tackle them. Those are big backs. They're going to make you put a hat, a shoulder pad, and fit that up. Otherwise, they're running through that contact. But the other part of it, when you're talking about their special teams, it's like they have this like weird highs and lows all at the same time. I mean, in the same game, you have an explosive kickoff return for a touchdown, but then you saw with their punt coverage a little bit up and down. They allowed a punt return for a touchdown.
Yep.
And now it's like, okay, well, which variation are we more worried about? Can we attack that part while still protecting against this? And that's going to be the real part right there, man, in terms of the name of the game right there. Now, Corliss Waitman, shout out to Corliss. We'll have him on the show tomorrow. Can't wait to talk to him because he got a big leg. He been putting that thing kind of crazy far. So, yes, out kicking the coverage is a concern. And as a guy that at one point in my career, I did cover those punts. It's like, hey, bro, that out kicking the coverage stuff gets scary because you're like, hey, bro, he got an actual full head of steam. And it's way tougher to tackle this guy when he actually is ball in the hand plus grass coming back at you a la Antonio Brown. That's why he would dominate because teams outkick their coverage to him. And it's just tough to deal with. So those are legitimate things that I'm with you concerning for. How did you feel about their kicker? Also, it's like you hit a 50 plus and then you missing 2 extra points. I'm like,
he's another one that's a little
the state kickoff on top of it. Like, ooh.
Yeah. I will say that the Patriots as a whole, I feel like are trying to find their identity under Vrabel. Because I feel like they have a lot of penalties also. They're heavily penalized right now. That's one thing. The other thing is it's like you'll watch 3 series and you're like, what is this offense? And then you'll watch the next one and you're like, oh, that makes sense. And then you'll watch the next one and you're like, yeah. So it's like, I think that they don't know what it is. And as a watcher, I don't know what it is.
So look. I was about to say, one series is 2 running backs, it's tight ends, they're heavy run. Couple series later, they throwing the digs, they hitting booty. You like, bro, y'all trying to spread it out of it. You got the running back releasing out the backfield. I'm like, whoa, this looks way different, man.
Yeah. So, and then obviously, you know, for our lovely Steelers, well, we're at right now. I'm like, is that going to be a good thing? Is that a bad thing? Are we ready for that? Does that actually play to our strengths? And we've been missing the whole thing the whole time. Like, can I not call our linebacker soft anymore after this game? Like, I don't know. So it's like, it's hard. I don't know how that matches up. I don't know what that looks like. And then, you know, then the Dolphins, like, I don't know. The game to me was so weird because the Dolphins were like, we're not here to play. And then they played. And then they weren't here to play. And then the special teams touchdowns. And then again, I don't know.
The last like 10 minutes of the game was like, what is this? This is crazy. Yeah. This is crazy.
I literally said out loud, I was like, this game is drunk. Like, this game is actually drunk. Like, it doesn't know what it wants to do. Everybody wants to win. I don't know. It's
like they want to win, they want to lose at the same time. Like, y'all are doing things to like that, you know, this leads to losses when you do this on tape. But then y'all doing things where it's like, for sure, you're going to kick a lot of butts, you keep putting that out there. But how is it all happening within like 2 series of each other?
Weird. Also, like, surprising to anybody who knows anything about the Patriots, their offensive line is also struggling. Their offensive line looks very similar. Like, their offensive line is kind of, I think, like 3 sacks, 4 sacks. Like, they are also struggling. So it's kind of like, in a lot of ways, it's like 2 teams that are kind of struggling are playing each other. And we're kind of mirror images of each other in a weird way. And I don't know what Drake May is any more than I knew what Sam Darnold was. So, I mean, we might make Drake May look like freaking, you know, Tom Brady. I don't know. But
TaNeisha, you are talking, you speaking my language.
Those are all the things I think. I'm just like, I don't even know how to classify any of
But
this.
It is so perfect how you doing it, right? Bring up a little bit. Let me get in it. Let me talk. All right, let me get this part real quick. All right, drop in some more. Let me get a little more of this. All right, so you gave me O-line, you gave me quarterback. Oh yeah, we got it.
So fix it for us. Make that pizza for us.
Because for a fact, right? When you said they are very similar to us, one of the things I literally have in my notes, I put, man, Steelers, Seattle / Vrabel Titans. That's what this offense, when I watch them, that's what I feel. It's like, man, they want to do 12, they want to do 21 personnel, right? 2 tight ends, they want to run the ball. But then it's like, okay, 1 minute they look like the offensive line is good, then the next is like, not so good. But you look at what they invested in terms of resources. Will Campbell a year ago was what, the 4th overall pick. That's the left tackle, right?
Yeah.
We know what we spent in terms of our resources on the front, right? They brought in Morgan Moses over. I think he was in Washington before he came over to New England. But this another dude, man, has been in the league for a while. Garrett Bradbury, they brought him over from Denver, right? Highly productive player, man, during this time, a former 1st-round draft pick. But these are all pieces. They still got to gel. They still got to get used to each other. They still have to play with consistency up front, not just running the ball, but also in their pass protection.
Right.
And that's where you see the up and down. And I'm with you with Drake May. Literally, my notes, can't make this up. I'm just like, yo, talented young QB, but all over the place. Because one moment I'm like, yo, I think he has a chance to be special. I'm like, yo, he can make every throw. He feels the pocket pressure, man. He takes off and run, and he actually can run. But then I'm looking and I'm like, why you throw that one? What you see there? Bro, you ain't feel that rush? What happened there? Yeah. So don't know. I don't know which version we're gonna get, and that scares me, honestly, because I'm like, yo, you're not full Sam Darnold where you're just predominantly pocket passing, but you're not Justin Fields either, where it's, man, we got to worry about you taking off. You're that perfect blend, but you really can make every single throw out there, and that does give me concern. But then when I look at their wide receivers, then I go back to, all right, see partly why it is what it is over there.
Yeah. The one thing they do well, which again is a little concerning, is they've stopped the run very well. They've been good at stopping the run on defense this year. And historically, the Patriots have a solid defense. Like they're usually pretty solid. And that's one thing that I kind of took notice of where I'm like, okay, because we've struggled getting our run game going. And so that's the one matchup where I'm kind of like, something has to bend. Either they are going to continue to be great at stopping the run and we have to pivot, or this is the week that our run game does something and then they have to pivot on defense, which makes it a different game because they haven't had to do that yet. So this is one of the, I wrote down this stuff and I was like, this is like a hodgepodge of if this, then this, but if not, then this. Yeah. Like, I don't know.
But when you think of where both of these teams are, right? And you look at how week 1 to week 2 for them, week 1 to week 2 for us, we're kind of mirror images. It's like we can swap out some of the names, but it's like we're both too young / mixed with veteran. And it's like, okay, we feel like we like our coaching staff, but yet for some reason it isn't always the most consistency in terms of message to player and production every single time. So we're like, okay, is it the player or is it the coach? Is it the message being lost? Is it the personnel not good enough? Because I look at their receivers with the Patriots and I'm like, okay, you got Diggs, and Diggs on occasion flashes. They really using him out the slot, but then it's like, man, I don't see him at all. Like, all right, now you try to go to Booty. I'm like, I don't know what they're trying to do. And when you look at the youth that they have, this is part of what comes with it. Now, the other thing that I think they do really well, though, they lean into those 2 running backs, Ramondre Stevenson and Travion Henderson. Holy cow. We know Henderson first round pick this year. We know Stevenson, they just paid really well a year ago. They're going to run. They run them dudes, man, when they want to. And it's like, man, you can see when they lean into that, I'm like, oh, you can get it going because, man, they start to play action pass off of that. Then they release them dudes into the pass. It's like, all right, cool. But then they go away, and it's like,
then they go away. Yeah, it's weird.
Y'all forgot they exist.
I was coming in with all these things, and I was like, okay, I'm missing it. Moats is going to be able to explain this away because, like, former NFL player in the spotlight, a starter, value add, all of these things. So, like, where's your brilliance? Like, I need you to give me some feedback here.
There's certain things when you're watching, and this is what we say early in the season, you got to give 4 games. Because after 2 games, I don't know exactly, are they trying to be a physical run, or do they want to do some of the things where they spread it out and pass? And they've shown some more success there in terms of letting Drake May really play quarterback and have to read his options. Most teams don't want their quarterback having to read all 5 options. Outside of, let's see, Dallas, Cincinnati, Buffalo, Ravens on occasion, it's like, yo, they're trying to minimize it, man. Right. 1, 2 safety valve, either the check down or you run it. Drake May at times, it's like you'll see him like he can go through all the reads, and it's like that's dope, but it just puts a lot more pressure on him to be right every time. And I think they're kind of stuck in that limbo, so to speak. But I'm like, yo, you got this running game that if you just stick with that, that's going to be a issue to deal with, because those aren't little bags either, man. Stevenson, him and Henderson.
I didn't obviously I don't watch film like that much of detail, and I didn't think about it until just now. Their offensive line, I wonder if their offensive line is one of the reasons why they don't know if they want to run the football or do, because the offensive line just looks a little wonky. It's like ours. It's like a little unstable. It's like Broderick 1 week is and then the next week he's good, but then the other side, it's like they're literally just like us.
And now TaNeisha, and now we say game plan for yourself, and then we're gonna also game plan for the opponent. It's like, well, which version am I getting of us? Right? Because we can say we want to be a physical team and we want to run the ball, man. We think if we run the ball consistently, man, that'll take some of the pressure off of this and open up this. And it's like that all sounds good until you're sitting there on first down and okay, you didn't get moving up front. Now you're sitting at 2nd and 10, and we're like, we're gonna do it again. And now we're looking at 3rd and 10.
And you know what's coming, right? And you know what's coming,
ready for the toss. You know the toss play, and it's like, but that's the thing. So I'm just like, we have to have the consistency up front, and that's the part where I brought up the O line that we had, obviously with Pouncey and those dudes, man, where it didn't matter who was behind them. You knew they were going to win up front, so you could just roll with that. Right now, we have still legitimate questions about how much these guys have developed, how much they've gelled. And even week 1 to week 2, we said it's a mixed match. None of us would be willing to bet any of our significant things that we hold true to us on this group being the same next week. We're like, hey, bro, I don't know what that's going to be next week. They might look great. They might look terrible next. I have no clue right now. It's like, and even with the matchup, I'm like, okay, on paper, yeah, they should like this matchup. At least when we're talking about defended against the pass, they don't have the let's see, the Leonard Williams version or the Quinnen Williams or even a Will McDonald, right? Harold Landry, good player, but we don't look at Harold as, man, that's something you have to really circle and be very weary of where he lines up at. Their big acquisition was Milton Williams, who is a nice player. I wanted us to pursue him potentially in free agency to help with our D line, but it's like, even with his style, it's not the same feel that you feel with Leonard Williams last week or even Quinnen Williams in week 1. So it's like, man, that's the thing that on paper, I'm like, yeah, we should be able to have success. We should be able to run the ball. We should be able to protect against this group.
Yeah.
Now, us knowing that we should be able to, and us actually executing are two different things. The same way we say, hey, if you're a return man, catch the football, and if the ball goes in the end zone, put a knee on the ground, down it. It sounds good when we're in AC, when we chilling here, when there aren't, live action, distractions, head hurt, toe, feet, whatever. It's like, yeah, man. And that's the thing that I always laugh when, we look on social media and we'll see the film where we'll highlight what a player did wrong. We're like, oh, or we should have just called this. I would have called this in that scenario. It's like, yeah, how easy it is after the fact. Like when you already know the outcome, when you have this all 22 high view, how easy that is. Exactly. Impress me. Go on the sideline and call that when you don't have all these things. You don't have replay. In fact, you got 10 seconds to figure out my communication from me to that LB because he needs time to communicate to that D line and to these LBs and to these wide or these safeties and all that other stuff. It's like, man, sitting here rewind it 30 times and then come up with it. That's not impressive. No, heck no, man.
No, it's a good point. It's a good point. And I think too, it's so hard because we're like, we don't know who we are. Let's just call it what it is. We honestly don't know. We know who we're supposed to be. We know what we're supposed to do. We don't know who we are. And because we don't know who we are, and the thing we think we're supposed to be is really good on defense, and we haven't been, we're kind of like, are we going to give up another 30 points? Like, we don't even know.
No. Actually, I was corrected. Shout out to the callers. Points. 24 points. Yes. Don't be putting that 30 on us back to back. Defense got better last week than this week. You got to chill out, man.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't.
Think about 30 in week 1. It was 24 in week 2. All right, that's improvement.
No. We're not changing our expectations. Who was it that said the thing to me? Shay. We are not changing our expectations. We are not lowering our expectations. We are not justifying.
That's what they told me. All right? It won't 30 points back to back. Don't be throwing out 30 points back to back like that.
30.
Have some respect for the guys.
No, 30 points. Like, no, you own it. You just got to eat it. It is what it is. Like, it's football. It's team sport. You just got to take it. It's fine. Just take it. It's fine. I don't. Okay, so I don't know. I mean, I don't really. And then so then I look at our team, right? So now I'm like, okay. DK, can you catch this week? Let me know. Yes, no, right. Okay.
The routine ones, not even the crazy ones, just the routine plays.
Can we catch? Like, I just tell me yes or no. Okay, cool. Can we establish a run game? I'm not asking for 175 rushing yards. That would be fantastic. I'm not asking for it, but can we use our run game? Can we? I don't know. So it's like all of these things where I usually will go. Now, what I do know is Boss is going to line up and kick a field goal, and he's going to make it. Now, I'll give you that. Come on now, talk. But I don't know anything else. Like I just, and it's weird for me. It's a weird place to be in because I don't even know what's the guaranteed. Yes, our punter's going to have a great punt. Okay, respect him for that. But it's like everything else. I'm like, I don't know. Did Calvin Austin figure out his thing last week? Is he gonna? And he should have caught the ball last week, and he didn't. It hit his hands and popped up. So can you catch the ball when it hits your hands? Firemouth, can you catch the ball when it hits your hands? Like, can we do our jobs? Is that yes?
And that's the beautiful part because the guys are having them. They've already had that convo, and for sure, that's what it's supposed to be this weekend. Absolutely, I like it because personally, it's like, man, when you have a great performance, you really have to gauge against the guys coming out flat, right? Man, I read my press clippings all week. Everybody's told me how great I was all week. Everybody's patting me on the back. Oh man, it's different right now. Right now, the funny
We're
thing is this,
like,
but this the funny part. This is the funniest thing. Fans will feel as if like they're really getting on the guys, and it's like if you've ever sat in a meeting, there isn't even close to a level of social media interaction that feels like when you're actually in there and that dude is grilling you on Front Street with your tape up there in front of all of your peers. It's like, bro, by the time you get to the end of the day, you're like, oh my gosh, thank you.
This is nothing.
You mean to tell me I could just put this down? Because it's like right here.
Yeah.
This time it's right here, and I can't like look away, and I can just feel it. It's like and all my guys are looking at me, and they know I did it. They know I messed up.
Yeah, there's nothing you can say.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I'm excited because I feel like, man, whenever you get a chance to overcome adversity, especially for these competitors, right? You heard the caller talking about Patrick Queen and how fired up he is. Because what we said was, man, dudes don't get to this level by mistake or by accident. You get to this level because you've overcome so much. So it's nothing to feel like, man, I already had a bad performance or my performance wasn't up to par. And this the other part. We talk about PQ and Peyton Wilson. It's like Peyton Wilson was one of our most productive players in the game. Yeah. PQ also, right? But the standard's the standard, and that's the beautiful part of it. So for those dudes now, it's like, okay, that wasn't enough. Watch me this week. Let me show you something. Hey. And you always say the term, when we saving receipts, right? For some people, they get enamored with that. But there are dudes that keep notes of that. They keep record of that. It's like, yo, I remember how people talked. I remember when you said I was not good enough. Or you had all of these concerns that you couldn't just sit back and relax, right? You was bet. You know what? Yeah. Stay like that the whole year. Watch me work. Yeah. And then when that confetti raining and you want to, then let me decide, right? That's
I'll
how
be there.
That's players. You know what I mean? That's players. But it's like, yo, that's what it's supposed to be. And that's why we say, man, yo, as a player, you live for that. You would much rather want your fan base that in tune, that, hanging on every little play versus the alternative where nobody cares if you win or lose because you're not relevant. That's not fun. Absolutely not. It's not fun.
So you're basically telling me then I should just keep. I should keep.
Yes. Because until the guys give you a reason to consistently relax, you don't have, like you said, the experience that I've had, right? So for me, I know what that feels like. I know how this whole meeting is went, how this whole week is went. That's why I'm like, bro, I'm ready to see Sunday. Because if they are who I think they are, we should see something different come Sunday. But if they aren't,
that I agree with.
That'll tell us information. Absolutely.
Period. And you just keep the information in your brain and you store it away and you change, you change with it. Yeah. So then here comes the question that I've been thinking of asking, but I haven't ever had a chance.
Okay.
Because we've lost this week, because now it's a new week, or we lost last week. Now it's a new week. Now you have to get better, all the things. What is the difference between a pro and a professional?
Ooh,
how can we resolve the two? How will we know what we're looking at? Like,
absolutely.
What does that mean to you in this context? Because I think now is the time we're going to start to see that distinction.
1,000%. This is when you find out pros versus professionals, and it's a clear-cut divide. Pro is the guy that, man, he's just happy to have the logo. He has a great game or he makes a great play or two, and that's all he needed for the day. He's happy. Everything else can go wrong. Hey, man, I made my play. I'm cool, man. We lost. Hey, bro, I'll be all right, man. We'll figure it out next week. Oh, if we don't, all right, it is what it is. You just happy to be here, right? You just showing up. You just doing the bare minimum. Nothing. You don't watch film outside of work hours, right?
Got it. Okay.
Your first time hearing about the Patriots is Wednesday when you show up to the meeting with Coach Tomlin at 8:00. You're like, ugh. Actually, no, you probably didn't hear that till 9 because you ain't go to special teams at 8:20, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So those are pros. And there are a lot of pros that live in the NFL. Trust me on that one. That's why the league average is what it is. But the professional is the guy that's going to do the above and beyond. The professional is the guy that says we don't get paid by the hour. And what that means is I don't care if I got to watch this tape until my eyes are about to fall out. I'm going to watch this until I understand it, and not understand it on a level that, it makes sense to me. I have to understand it so well that I can teach it and talk it to every single person around me.
Okay.
That's the level, right? Professionalism. Hey, it's not just the mental, physically. Man, how many plays did I play last week? All right, I played a lot of plays. I got to make sure that I'm doing the right things to rest and recover. What's my chiropractor schedule? What's my massage schedule? Twice a week for both of them, right? What's my cold tub, hot tub as soon as the game ended, win or loss? If I'm not attacking my rehab and my body recovery, then I'm already setting myself up for failure next week, because what happens when the fourth quarter hits? Everything that's accumulated in week 1 and week 2 is showing up then. And that's when we talk about young players' bodies breaking down, or you hear them say the rookie wall. It's because they haven't learned how to be professionals and take care of their body and mind during the season, when you have the wins, the losses, the grind, the gruel of it. So it adds up. And before you know it, by the time you get to November, you're like, bro, my legs don't work. My back always hurting. My shoulder hurts all the time. I don't want to hit that guy anymore. I'm fried mentally, Moats. I can't watch another tape. It's like, man, because you haven't been doing this thing right.
Yeah, you've done it wrong.
You've been a pro. You know what I mean? So that's the big difference. In weeks like this, this is what you see. And you hear me speak with such confidence and excitement. For some people, man, when you come off of a bad performance, it's anxiety, it's fear, it's doom and gloom. It's what if it happens again? It's what if they don't do it this week? What if we can't stop the run again? What if we can't get the O-line right again? What if, but it's always the negative side to it, right? The professional, because you've done it so many times, you've overcome it so many times. It's like, yo, you a hitman. It doesn't matter what the scenario is, bro. We coming up out of there and we dubbing this. You know this. So whatever took place last week, watch me fix this week. Whatever didn't work last week, watch me make it right this week. Oh, even from a coaching staff standpoint, you heard it loosely, right? With Caleb Johnson. Because I'm saying, yeah, man, he's probably not going to be out there. Strong chance he's not going to be out there. I'm interested to see, though, what does that actually mean in the sense of two things? Is he not out there in the sense he's in street clothes? Because that is for sure a definitive message to that young fella that, yo, what you did wasn't good enough and you got to wait to get your opportunity again. But don't be patient. Make sure you cooking them on practice squad, right? In the meantime. Okay. That's one version. But the other variation, and I'm waiting to see, I won't know this until the game starts. Are they going to put him out there on special teams in the true special teams manner? Blocking and covering kicks. Yeah. You couldn't catch the kickoff, right? Or hold on to the ball. So now go block for that guy. Hey, you can't return punts because you've never done it, right? So now go play left guard on punt, even though that's Carson Bruner. You're not going to have to take his spot because he's a dog on it, right? Oh, go play the wingback. You're not going to do that. That's Miles Killebrew. He's a dog on it too. But it's like, you better go figure out, I want to see where's the next spot that you're going to land at where you're going to make an impact, because I can't even get to you getting the ball just yet until I figure out how to justify putting you in a helmet for this game. So that's the thing I'm interested to see, because if he responds, and I hope Coach Simon gives him the opportunity. I know some people are going to say, well, you're putting him in another position to fill. He's never done this.
He's got to try. We got to keep.
But this is the thing. Like, we as players look at that as opportunities.
Right.
Fans at times say this isn't what he has done, so why put him out there? And we broke it down. It's like, okay, you can wait forever for this one spot, but Jalen Warren makes how much money? Kenneth Gainwell makes how much money? They are going to play. They're going to get the lion's share of those reps.
Yeah.
And we could only have so many people out there. So how do I justify you? And I'm hopeful that Caleb Johnson gets that opportunity on special teams in a true traditional manner.
Yeah.
Core 4 guy. It takes the ball pressure off of you, but it does put more onus on you to produce. You got to make a tackle. You got to make your blocks. Period. It's a very different mindset, but athletically, you still should be at a competitive advantage. Why? You're big and fast and strong. That's what you need on special teams. That's why linebackers and safeties thrive on it. Big, fast, strong. And it's the mindset. I'm trying to knock your head off, right? So you're a physical back. We know you're not a scat back that wants to avoid contact. You're the opposite of that. So let's see, man. If you're not a return guy, are you a cover guy? And that's the thing that I want to see with him, to see, okay, this could give you that first glimpse of pro versus professional for even a kid like that right there, man. You made a lapse in judgment, right? Weren't as detailed on your work. A pro lets that happen again. A pro lets that keep showing up on your tape. A professional, bro, we ain't got time for that. Make new mistakes. You can only have that error show up one time on your tape. After that, you better find a new thing, because once it shows up twice, now I'm questioning, man, what's going on? Are you not capable? Do you not care? Are you mentally not able to understand this? Now, do I need to replace you? And you don't want them conversations. When they start thinking that, it's like, yo, it's over. It's too late. So we're going to find out, man. But that's the part right now that I'm just, like I said, really intrigued to see. But that's the big difference to me between the pro and the professional amongst how we speak on it within the league circles. Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. And I think it's always interesting. And I've said this plenty of times, that we forget that sports are still people. And this game football is just like life. if you've never tried something, it doesn't mean you don't try it. It means you try it and you see if you're good at it. And if you're not, you don't do it. And if you're kind of good at it, you keep working at it. That's what's going to happen to Caleb Johnson. He tried something, it didn't work. So we got to try something else. Like, we just got to try something else. Yeah. I mean, you and I didn't know each other from anywhere. And we were like, let's just do this thing. And guess what? You try it out and you keep working at it and you keep making it better. And I think that we have to stop assuming these athletes, because they're at the pinnacle of their careers, that they still don't go through the life things. Yeah. Like, we all go through that. He's got to learn. And you know what? I hope Caleb Johnson learned the best lesson there was ever to learn in that situation. And now he's obsessed with, okay, what is my job? What am I supposed to do? Okay, I screwed that one up, but what am I supposed to do? What did I get wrong? Was it my angle? Whatever it was, right? And so because let's be honest, I hope that's the kind of guy the Steelers drafted.
Absolutely.
Because that's what this is about. It's like, because if he's not that, we have a problem.
Yeah, so, absolutely right.
Okay. So,
and when you say you hope
a breakdown,
no,
I was just saying I like your breakdown.
Yeah, and I was gonna also follow up, because you said, man, you hope that we're drafting those type of people. That is the mindset, and that's why when I speak with that confidence, it's like, I know the type of people that they brought in when I was there. I know the people they brought in since I've been there, and it's like, that's the type of mindset they're looking for. They don't want people that are front runners. That, hey, man, when it's going well, man, they're at the front of the line. They're the leaders. They beating their chest. And when it goes bad, they the ones, hey, man, that ain't me. I don't even want to be here no more. Man, get me out of here. Nah, it's like, bro, we ain't got time for that. Don't minimize your role, right? Yeah. If you're in it, you're in it. But at the same time, it's like, yo, you just got to continue to work at it. And like you said, man, just like with everything in life, whether it's this show, whether we're talking relationships, whether they're talking, in school, it's like, you're constantly improving. You're constantly seeking evolution,
over
right?
And over.
Right. Because it's either you're going to evolve or you're going to go the other way.
Right.
And that's just how life goes. And especially in the NFL, is just more rapid in terms of like, you don't get 10 years to figure it out, or 20 years. Like, nah, bro, you better figure it out next time we put you out there, because you're another turnover away. Right. You're another turnover away from it getting really weird around you, bro. Yeah. Really, really weird, man.
And that's, I think, too, where as a Steelers fan, the privilege comes into play, because we've had the privilege of being able to say, no, we draft guys that love this. We draft guys that are going to obsess about this. So, they might make a mistake. They might not look, whatever. I might be harping on the defense. I might call them soft in week 2. I'm calling them soft because that's how much I'm disappointed. And I need to come back in week 3 and 4 and be like, haha, I was wrong. That's my expectation, because that is what they have shown me that I should expect. And so therefore that means like this should be getting better at some point. And so I'm okay with that. And I'm also hoping I'm 100% wrong. Like, I am hoping that I have to apologize in my next videos. That is I would love that. Like, I would love it.
Let's go.
But we're not there yet. So, that's kind of how I see it. But I appreciate the breakdown, and I appreciate your perspective, because I think it's important to hear it from somebody that's like been inside of it. It's just different.
Yeah. Well, and I would also say, when you talk about if he is who I think he is and who the Steelers think he is, he for sure is obsessing over the mistake. You don't let it become your identity, but you never forget it. Heck, I still remember a jet sweep that I got scored on against, and it wasn't even my fault. Josh Scobie, Baltimore Ravens, Monday Night Football. We missed 3 field goals and everything. Jet sweep happens. We're in man-to-man coverage. Has zero to do with me, but because I was available to make a play and I did not make it, a little bit less than ready, right? Lack of awareness, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. I remember, man, the way Coach Tomlin talked to me, the way he made me feel, and I was like, bro, I swear you will never see me miss this play ever, right? And from that moment, I never missed another jet sweep. It was like, yo, even if it wasn't my role, it's like, yo, we were not missing this one. Oh, well, man, one of my first starts in Pittsburgh, I had an offsides penalty, man. I jumped the gun. Shout out to my dog TP. He hit me with the Troy. Troy was like, yo, Moats, it's every time, just go. I'm like, all right, bro, say less. And I went. And it was on 2. And I'm like, God, Troy, God. And I remember, man, how the way, once again, how coach got on me, man, made me feel. And then they started calling me the ball key guy, because every single day in practice, every single critical rep, every single situational, this is 3rd and short, 4th and short, I'm the guy that's out there, ball key. What does that mean? Watch the daggone ball, because they're going to hard count you. You're amped up. You're ready to jump off the ball and kill something. But if you don't think They're going to hard count you. Now you're going to be looking like me. So you don't forget those. You obsess over it. But at the same time, it's like, yo, you don't make the same mistake twice. Otherwise, you don't get to get out there. And that's the thing that when I look at Caleb Johnson,
I like it.
He wouldn't have been brought here if he didn't have that already in his makeup, man. You don't make it here without having that. And that's the thing that it's like, man, just don't lose sight of who you are. Steelers draft certain people for a reason, man. Don't lose sight of who you are. I know it's loud, but stick with it, man.
And that is the joy of being a Steelers fan. Like at the end of the day, when all of it's said and done, we can look at the stats. We can say it's ugly. We can say it's perfect. We can say blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But the joy of it is that I don't have to change my expectations. My coach has told me, Coach Tomlin, not to change our expectations. We don't lower our expectations because you're not meeting them. No. Period.
That means we got to work harder. We got to be better.
Exactly. And I love that. And I think that is the joy of this is like, we get to do all the things because in the back of our minds, we're like, oh, they're going to figure this out. Now, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be that guy that figures it out, but they are going to figure this out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like somebody wearing the jersey is going to figure it out. Now, who is going to be in the jersey? That's none of my business, but it's like, and that's what I'm cheering for. I'm cheering for the Shield. I'm cheering for the organization. So, anyways. Well, that made me feel better. And I still don't know what to think about this game, but that made me feel better.
Well, trust me. So I was going to say, I got a couple of matchups that we're going to talk about that hopefully at the end of this thing will at least persuade us to feel a little bit better. All right.
That's what we're all here for.
Okay.
Bring us home. Bring us home.
So we know in terms of when they do want to throw that football, right? And it's not going to the running back. Stephon Diggs is one of their guys. That's the guy that they brought in free agency wise, gave him the nice contract. If I remember correctly, I think he got a new one on the way too. Shout out to Diggs. All right. But on top of that, it's like, yeah, man, Jalen Ramsey has been matching up with these type of players these first two games, right? We talked about week one, man, once Darius Slay had his opportunity with Garrett Wilson. From then on, it was Jalen Ramsey. Last week, Jackson Smith-Njigba versus Jalen Ramsey. We know this is the one right here. When they want to take those shots down the field, when they want to try to find ways to move the ball through the air, Diggs is the guy that has the most potential, has the most success. And you can see where Drake eyes tend to find Diggs. Now they're doing a great job of moving him in the interior part of that. And that's part of because he's getting a little bit older, slowing down a little bit. But that's also why I feel really good about this one because he's not as explosive right now as Smith-Njigba or Garrett Wilson. So I'm like, yo, what? This is actually
he's right up Ramsey's alley. He's right up Ramsey's alley.
Hey, look, 4 years ago, different matchup. When I seen this one, when I was in Buffalo, it felt a little different. Now I'm like, all right, bro, it's got an ACL injury in there. This is a little different.
Y'all are mutually about the same talent right now.
Like hey, bro. So we should feel good there. All right, we should definitely feel good there. Next one, though, obviously, we maybe not feel as confident off the gate, but this is one of those ones that we got to figure out ways to win this one. And it's the running back matchup, man. Ramondre Stevenson and Travion Henderson, we know those are the two guys that they want to use, both running the football and when they do some of their passing game and not just the boring passes where it's go take the swing route. No, they're running them dudes down the grass, man. They throwing balls downfield. So this is where Patrick Queen and Peyton Wilson, we know, okay, when it's 1-on-1 versus the run, yeah, those guys bring a lot. Get them on the ground, 11 has to the ball. But when it's that pass element, the same way we're saying they should have the advantage with the physical part, we have to win anytime it's pass related, anytime it's the finesse element of it. This is where PQ and Peyton have to show out. And they're capable of that. But they're going to try to test these dudes in all of those avenues because those are the guys that really make their offense go. All right. Now, after that, we want this running game going the right way. We need, I would like for us to have our first 100-yard rusher of 2025. I would like for that to take place this week. But it's going to have to happen in the trenches, and specifically their best D lineman right now to me is Milton Williams. That's the free agent, the high pedigree dude. He's going to see a lot of Isaac Seumalo, right? That's the side that he lines up on. He'll tap into that Mason McCormick, but we're going to see more Seumalo. We got to win that. This is free agent on free agent, low key, former Eagle on top of that. That's one of those ones, though, when I'm thinking of these first two games and where we struggled at running the ball, the interior part of our O-line hasn't won that matchup enough. And Quentin Williams and Leonard Williams, I'm like, oh, I get that. Last name is Williams, but Milton ain't that. All right. With all due respect. They all Williams, but you could see that it was like Quinnen was the big dog. Then it was Leonard. Now you see what I'm saying? So this is another one where I'm like, yo, this is the right direction here. Now we shouldn't feel overwhelmed in any capacity. And that's literally the one that I have the most concern for in their front, right? In terms of Milton. Because like I said, I like him a lot. I like his game, man. He is a good player. But that's that. Now the flip side is this though, man. They're going to have to answer to us when we try to attack them running that football and passing it. And that's the Jalen Warren on Robert Spillane action, right? We saw when Bobby Spillane was over in Vegas a year ago, right? We saw how Jalen Warren matched up with him, and Jalen Warren had some success. Put him on his butt a couple of times. You're like, all right, bro, like you answering it. But we know what Spillane does. You know what Spillane does. It's like, yo, Spillane one of them ones. But we also, even last game, you can see where Miami has some success though on the football and making Spillane play in space. Devin Ainchain, man, at the end of the game, he steps out of bounds, but he almost has one where he's taking it to the crib, and it's like, yo, it's just the RB pass game, and who was in coverage against him? Spillane missed him twice. That's the part when I look at Jalen Warren, we know what he just did last week from a reception standpoint, the 60-plus yard, like field flipping, explosive play. It's like we know he's capable of that and capable of that more frequently. So we know we're going to be highlighting him. He had 14 touches, or in terms of 14 handoffs, and another 5 passes. That's dang near 20 targets, 20 touches, right?
That's 20. Yeah,
that means that, you see what I mean? So that means we got to make sure that we up in that capacity again, but also getting wins like that, because this is a matchup that we should feel really good about in that space. Like I said, I'm a Spillane dude, but I feel like Jalen should have an advantage in that vein. And then the last thing is, you go ahead, coin flip this one, but special teams on special teams.
Because, Lord, I think that's the matchup. I think that's
going to be the deal breaker. It's like,
I think that is.
I'm like, they literally ran a kick back and had a kick ran back on them in a span of like 20 seconds. You're like, bro, how did that happen back to back, right? And you know what we've done. 1 week we got special team heroes. Next week, special team zeros. They got a kicker that one moment he looks like, okay, maybe you nice. Then he's like, hey, bro, you cheeks, B. And then you look at our kicker and we're like, yo, it's boss. You know how we feel about that, man. Line it up wherever. You know what I mean? So I'm like, oh, man. But that's the one that, as much as I wish I could just come in here and have so much confidence about our special teams, I just don't know that just yet, because I do feel like our confidence in that space isn't where it needs to be. And that's due to some of the ball security stuff, man. When you have a turnover that counts for points, and then the week before that you have a fumble that takes place, it doesn't matter that it was just on kick return and it was with the same person. It feels like, man, I have anxiety when my unit goes out there.
Yeah, I get nervous.
And that's not a good feeling, right? That's not a good feeling. Heck, I remember when we used to put Deontay Johnson back there to return punts, and it was like, yo, he could run a punt back, but then you would see him miss catching punts, and it's like, yo, he's the fundamentals. He's catching outside the framework of his body. And as a guy that's like done, he's like, hey, bro, that's dangerous. And the fans like, it's like, no, bro, he just ran one back. He's like, no, bro, this is dangerous. Like, you better get your shoulders lined up on that ball. And we saw literally the next season is like, yo, first game, Giants, like, what happened? Fumble. What happened again? He's like, hey, bro, we can't do that. So we don't want anxiety in special teams, because it's literally a one-play series every time. And the whole purpose of you being on special teams is to retain possession. Anything extra is a bonus, but retain possession. I
heard somebody say once, their first job on special teams as a special teams person is to catch the football. That's your very first responsibility. Everything else will work on it. But like, if you can't catch the ball, then
think about this. We subbed out Deontay Johnson for Ryan Switzer, who we knew Ryan Switzer didn't have necessarily, return big playability, but he could catch the punts consistently. And we would laugh. We would say, man, we ain't gonna get a lot of yak, but he always catches the football. He always maintains possession. And that literally is the bare minimum. Like, that's why I'm like, it's offensive lineman. And the reason I can tell you is because I know how these practices go. And what we do is like, everybody that has a potential of handling the football understands how to catch punts, understands how to catch kickoffs. Like, that's mandatory. Like, if you are even, I know that they have switched the alignments of some of this stuff, but it was nothing to go see Ramon Foster, Marquise Pouncey, Al Villanueva, Marcus Gilbert. They're catching kickoffs and punts, and I'm over here with me. It's like, yo, we got to catch it. You got to learn the technique, because if you're out there, right? But it's like, yo, that's literally the bare minimum. So I don't have a lot of like empathy or even like grace when we see that type of stuff, because it's like, yo, be a professional, man. Detail your work. You know what you're supposed. The same way, if you were playing running back, we wouldn't expect him to. If he lined up at running back and we say, yo, you're supposed to be behind the quarterback, but he keeps lining up behind the tight end, will we cut him any slack for that? We would say unacceptable, right? Because you should know this at this level. And that's how we look at some of that ball handlers. It's like, bro, nah, man, we ain't minimizing none of that, bro. You know what this is, and you know your role. So that's why I'm over here like coin flip right now with special teams, man. Yeah, but for sure, this,
kind of like, please.
That's the swing.
I'm like,
because it could go either way. I'm like, if we're just talking everything minus special teams, it's like I feel really good about certain things in this matchup. There's some stuff that's like some questions, but as a whole, we feel good about it. But that part, whew, yeah.
And and they're more penalized. So far, they've been more penalized than us too. So
they have been.
There's a lot of like, I don't know if it's undisciplinedness. I don't know if they're just a step behind. I don't know. Every guy does their own thing. But that's something that caught my eye, where I was like, okay, something to kind of store in the back of your brain is like how they've been penalties. That was kind of something that I was like, okay, maybe that could be helpful depending on, when they get the penalties, makes the drives longer, all the things. So sign me up for all of those things.
Talk your talk.
Those intangibles. So those are all the things that I have. Also, I just laughed in the middle of you were talking because somebody told me I look like a chocolate covered strawberry. So I had to laugh. So I'm sorry. It was like very random. So I just needed to like explain why you were talking, and I immediately was like,
shout out to the edible arrangement. All right, we want edible arrangements today. All right, so that's why we got the chocolate covered strawberry here today. Okay, guys, there you go. All right.
So that was funny.
Y'all are funny,
so
man.
Thank you, chat, and thank you for making me break my professionalism as I'm intently listening. I'm like, that's funny. So anyways, so thank you, chat, for that.
All right. And shout out to you for that too, man. All right, that's dope. I like that right there. Say yo, because I missed it. I was so locked in, I didn't even see it. Say yo, they call me a chocolate covered strawberry.
You were talking, and I was like, and then I was like, oh crap, get focused. So yeah, because I saw respectfully, and I was like, oh god, what did they say? And then I saw it, and I was like, that's funny. That's actually funny. It's funny.
Let's go. I like that.
Yeah, I like to laugh.
I like that.
I like to laugh.
Yes. She got good sense of humor, guys. All right, good sense of humor. She brings a lot to the table. All right, she's here for a reason. She brings a lot. Okay, y'all like her. Okay, she's bringing a lot. She's bringing a lot. Okay, so here we go. Now, but as we get into the back end, I gotta ask. Okay. Yeah. Vegas likes us this week. Vegas, according to DraftKings, has us favorited -1.5. So they think the Steelers are at least, about 2 points better than the Patriots, even on the road. Okay. Even us traveling, even all of the question marks about O-line, about, can we stop the run? They obviously got Travion Henderson, Ramondre Stevenson, Antonio Gibson. They got like a little, they doing their thing, but it's like Vegas still likes us. How do you feel about that? Do you feel like that's appropriate this week? If you were Vegas.
I think I like us too, because there's one thing we haven't mentioned. Neither one of us mentioned Aaron Rodgers at all.
Let's go.
Like not once.
It's carried over from last night.
And I think he's the X factor. I think he and the things that we did mention though was like, can Pat Freiermuth catch the ball? Can DK Metcalf catch the ball? Can Calvin Allison catch the ball? And because if you go back to that game, if they make those 3 catches, we might be looking at a different game altogether. And the guy who made those throws was Aaron Rodgers. Yeah. And that was including all of the other stuff that went south.
Absolutely.
And I trust Aaron Rodgers to manage a football game. I trust Aaron Rodgers to do the right thing. If there's anyone on this team right now that I'm saying he's going to do the right thing, he's going to be able to read the defense. He's going to be able, it's him. And on the road, I have to trust that. Like, I just have to. And that's probably where their kind of closeness, but like we got to tip it to them, comes from, is Aaron Rodgers. I mean, what is Drake May? Nobody knows. Yeah. Nobody knows. So anyway, so I agree with them, because our X factor, we didn't even mention our quarterback. Isn't that crazy? Like, that's where we're at nowadays. We're like, we trust him. Everybody else, like,
literally. I promise that was my energy. I'm like, O-line, how do I like this matchup? Oh, I like this one a lot, actually. Okay. Receivers, how I like this matchup. All right, I see some things, but as a whole, I like this one for us. I'm not worried about Rodgers at all. I'm like, if you keep him upright, he's slinging that thing, all the freaky arm angles, the pocket mobility, all of it, throwing right, throwing left. Yeah.
Across his body, whatever
you know what I mean?
Not supposed to do.
Right. I'm like, y'all told me he can't move. He's old, the Achilles, this, that. But I'm like, I don't see that when I watch him. I don't. He can't take the hits. He's always like, I've seen him take some shots, even that weren't even related to O-line. It was just, you out the pocket. You know what I mean? You took a shot here. And he's like, oh, yeah, you still look good. In fact, okay, if I have to be critical, I have two concerns then for Rodgers. The one was on that third down when he acted like he was about to take off. And then he realized, all right, bro,
I'm old.
This ain't...
He was like, I'm not. No, I'm not. This back is killing me. I ain't doing that. Yeah, I saw that one. I saw that.
That would kill me. I said, we back. Oh, no, we ain't. Smart, get down. Don't take that hit. Get down, bro. Oh, my God. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah. So that one, and then he had one where he was rolling, and he completed the pass. No, I think it's when Remove dropped it. But it was a beautiful dime. And he like jumped and threw it, but he fell. And I'm like, oh man, be an athlete, man. What you falling for? We don't hit the ground, bro. You know better than that. Like, what you practice? Like, P squad hit the ground. You never hit the ground. You Rodgers, bro. We don't touch the ground. You know that. So at that point, I was like, all right, bro, he'll bounce back. But other than and when he made the throw late in the game to Jalen Warren to the left side, he looked like an athlete. He was over there hopping. I'm like, okay, that's what I want to see.
And can we say something? Rodgers is a professional. He's not a pro. And it should like there's things that he's doing where I do have moments I'm like, oh, right, of course he made that throw. It's Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Of course, that was right on the money. And we're not even talking about another drop. Like, how many drops do we have? Do we know? How many drops do we have?
Right. Think about it.
I think we all know
focus on it way more. Yeah.
Yeah. Like what was like 4 drops, like in one game. That was just last week. And I think the week before that, there were a couple. So it's
like 2 to 3 easily. Yeah.
Yeah. Like catch the ball. Like, period. Like catch the ball. Like enough. Like catch it. Especially you, DK. Yeah. Catch the ball. Yeah. Like I don't know what else to say to you. I don't.
But that is a true testament. But that is a true testament, though, to Aaron Rodgers. When you think about it, right? The past 3 years, we've been more focused on guys that drop the ball because we're like, yo, we don't pass the ball well enough for you to drop a pass.
Right.
We don't throw it well enough. We don't know if you're ever going to get open again. You can't drop this pass right now. Think about this. Back-to-back weeks, we done had multiple drops, and we don't even like. He's like, all right, we know we're gonna get this next one in because I know Rodgers gonna put it in. He's gonna find somebody again, and you're like, dang, go on. Like we'll see a person drop the ball twice. He's like, yo, Rodgers still gonna put it on the money. Whereas, like you said before, he was like, hey, babe, hey, you can't miss that throw, man. That was our best. That was our one throw for the game, man. Yeah. Is it a fade? Back shoulders a deep ball. Come on, man, it's the one throw. Please make the catch. What are you doing?
No. Did I tell you? I don't think I told you this last night, but when that sounds awful, but you know what I'm saying. When Cam Hayward tipped the ball and the defender caught it and he was ready, and I was at home going, "You have to score. We can't score. You have to score.
You have to score.
You have to, please." Because I'm like, oh gosh, like. I don't know what we're gonna do, and it's like that's that old like mentality of like, and then we scored, but it's like forgetting that we have Rodgers. It's like forgetting like, oh, if we get inside the 20 now, we might score a touchdown.
Even our first 2 drives, how we didn't score a touchdown, we marched on the field and kicked back-to-back field goals. It still felt different, right? Years past, you're like, dang, boss kicking another field goal. This time it was like, hey, bro, y'all got lucky. He coming back for your head. He's coming back. You know he's coming back, right? He kicked another field goal. All right. You know he's coming back though, right? Like, and that's Rodgers. That's the Rodgers effect. And even in the game, think about it. Everything that transpired in the turnover, even in the end zone, it was like, bro, he came back. It was just, a little bit of a, come on, Calvin, let's make that thing work next time. But it's like, you feel confident that, he's going to come back. But the thing that I do feel like, and like I said, I'll say this before we end up wrapping it all the way up and everything, but I do feel like, man, with Rodgers, his ability to just gauge risk risk management, right?
Mm-hmm.
Young quarterbacks, inexperienced quarterbacks, people that don't really have that other element of what about the negative side. They're so enamored with, man, let me just get the highlight. Let me throw it deep. Let me just take all the crazy chances, right? I want to throw it across the middle because it's sexy. Let's just keep doing it. And you're like, yeah, but the more times you expose yourself to negativity at this level, the higher the probability of that bad thing actually happening.
Right.
Defensively, we talk about it all the time. Man, you see a guy drop an interception or miss a chance to have a turnover. What happens the next play? Man, usually something bad. It's like, yo, man, it's getting worse. Like, yo, you let the drive continue on. You got to take advantage of these opportunities. Flip side, though, for Rodgers, it's the same concept, but from an offense's mentality. He's not just putting the ball in harm's way for the sake of being aggressive. He's very thoughtfully aggressive. But then at the same time, he's also able to do all of the little things, right? Let me take time with the cadence. Now, let me speed the cadence up.
Yeah.
Hey, man, let me act like this is a hard count. Hey, let me actually go on first sound. That's the game within the game that when we throw out game manager, we think of that as, oh, that's all that person is doing. And it's like, no, this is all a part of game managing. This is all a part of that. You got to be able to make that sexy throw while also being able to make the routine check. You got to also be able to understand when I need to check to a pass, but when I need to just give this running back the ball for 2 yards. And that's the thing that I do feel like we've missed since Big Ben. But this is a part of why our offense has felt a lot more consistent and why we are starting to feel a lot more optimistic about it, even though we still have some questions about personnel. And that's the thing when we look at Arthur Smith and it's like we can see the play action and how we're moving some things around. But the confidence that we're feeling, that calming presence, it is for sure due to Aaron Rodgers. Absolutely.
Yeah. And there's 3 things I want to say. The first thing to your comment is I've never been more excited to see my quarterback throw the ball at somebody's feet. When Aaron Rodgers knows it ain't it, he's like, nope, dump it down. We're going to keep it moving. We don't even care about that play anymore. Obsessed. I love it. Like every time he does it, I'm like, yes. Live to fight another down.
Don't make a bad play worse. Get out the down. Go to the next play.
I think more, the fact that I love it. I think it's a perfect play. It's not there. You don't force it. You go on.
You're not a fan of hero ball? You don't want us to reverse spin this way, try to get back, juke that way, ball over here, then whatever happens. Oh, all right.
He's 40. He's 40. He's 40. He's a man.
Man is the game. Get it out.
So just throw at the feet. When you see a toss this weekend, everyone, if you're hearing my voice, when you see a toss from this offense on this weekend, yes, I will be collectively losing my crap. I will continue to say it every week. So just get ready. So I'm just throwing it out there because think of me when you see it. Don't be mad. Just think of me. Okay. Because I'll be mad enough for all of us. So,
well, they for sure are going to run it this week because Miami actually had an explosive play off of the toss.
Oh my God. I saw that.
You already know it. You already know. As soon as I seen it, I was like, oh, yep. Arthur Smith is over here like, oh, baby. Like, yes, I got him now.
Tosses. Oh
I got him now.
I'll be losing my crap. And then the other thing is I'll end with this is I want to see more DK and Darnell Washington in the red zone. Like I want to see the play continue to evolve. I want to see the different variations and the bringing them in and we think we're going there, but we're not. We're going to the other side. Like all of that. I'm very fascinated to see the evolution of those packages and what they look like and how they look in there together and who Aaron Rodgers chooses and how people defend it. And just, because I think that might be one of our things that, I'm sorry, I need to stop reading the chat. I should have never said, think of me.
I was going to say, already know.
Sorry. So that's something I want to say. I'll stop talking. You got it. You got it from here. I can't.
I say, I'm good. I'm not messing with it. All right. I'm not messing with it. And I'm from the cloth of don't preach behind the preacher. All right. The way you just dropped that right there, man, that's how you do it. All right. So shout out to you. I'm with you on that. And I'm not saying anything that's going to get us in trouble. So all good.
You got it. Everything's good. Like, it was hilarious.
But hopefully, viewers, y'all enjoyed, victory formation again. I think y'all have been enjoying it. The way y'all be interacting with us, it makes you feel like y'all enjoy us a lot. All right. So hit the like button on both of our channels, man. Make sure you go tapping on Really Flawed as well. And subscribe to both channels also if you have not done so. You don't want to miss any of this, man. Like I said, we do this a lot. And it's only going to keep going. We're only in week 2. All right. We're going to keep this thing going. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But with that being the case, though, man, like I said, it was a blast. Appreciate you as well, TaNeisha, taking some time from your busy PhD life. We do appreciate you gratefully. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So no. I just had to get that out there. All right. So I do appreciate you. We all appreciate you. The chat appreciates you. And with that being the case, y'all stay safe. We'll see you tomorrow. And until next time, baby. Peace.
Bye.